Hello, welcome back, Demon Hunting PMCs and also PMCs who are just trying to survive. Today we'll speak about the classes and the clones and their most important attributes, and then we'll play a game with the dodging clone, which is a fan favorite, but when this is not so good and it's not as fun as some people might think he is. So let's speak about the basic clones first of all, and then we'll go and speak about the classes. Now, the problem is that many people don't really understand how this works. Some of the most important attributes are health and accuracy. Dodge is also nice, but dodge is usually kind of overshadowed by the fact that you need to carry a lot of equipment in the end game. So, let's say Francis over here. Weapon durability, what does that mean? Well, that means he can mostly use a lot of energy weapons, because look at this. For example, the sniper rifle only has 30 durability if it's in the hands of someone else, but on his hands it's 60, so that makes it a lot more manageable. The same for the plasma machine gun, because at some point you'll just craft a lot of the makeshift batteries so you can use energy guns, but you'll need to have a lot of repair kits with you, and the repair kits will definitely be a problem if you don't have a tunnel rat to get them. So if you have a tunnel rat, basically you can funnel all of that equipment to the other classes and make them so much better. So yeah, look at him. So he has melee accuracy and accuracy. Accuracy, it's range accuracy, 60%. Anything above 55% is very, very good. 60% accuracy is great, 15% dodge. Well, that will be enough to not have a big penalty because of his weight. I think if you are very, very heavy, the enemy will start getting a buff to their accuracy. Salvation limit is not so important, but it's nice if it's bigger. The range 8, that's just sight range, which is really good for those long hallways. And to better prepare for the encounters, pain limit 10. The pain limit will be a problem because most of my deaths recently are because I hit my pain threshold. So the pain threshold has to be a little better than 10, because if you get a few injuries, even if you heal them, the pain doesn't go away that fast. So you need more medicine. Don't use morphine, it's a trap. It's a trap. So yeah, this guy is very good for the end game because he has very good stats, but he's kind of a glass cannon type of character. One of the other characters which is my favorite is Victoria. Well, she has a bit of gear on her, but don't worry. You know what, I'll leave the gear on her, just so I can remember her as she was. I don't think I'll be playing with her because she's the best character you can have in the beginning because she has a lot of base health. Well, I think it's 50. Well, that's the problem. I wish I could look at the base stats as well, but she's very good because of the weapon range +2. That means she basically gets more range. So you can use shotguns, you can use energy guns much more effectively. You can use any gun on her. So she's basically the gun specialist, especially if you give her the class, the Scouts of Hades. So yeah, this is the best class for the beginning of the game when you just have enough ammo and armor to shoot everything. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite. Percy, I've spoken about him so many times. He's definitely one of the better ones. As you can see, her melee accuracy is 60, so it's decent, but the accuracy with the guns, it's just remarkable. She will hit anything, especially with those burst shots. Now Percy, well, as you can see, her pain resist is 8, his is 10, so she has even worse than him. But Percy is 18, so that means he doesn't really get stunned by the pain that often, but he still will get stunned a little bit. But because he gets all resist +5 since the beginning of the game, then you can choose the tunnel rush for him. He's just amazing to play. And he gets so much more equipment, but we'll speak about the classes a little later. So definitely, I would say Percy is the best one, and then comes Victoria, because you can kill everything so fast and so accurate. It's kind of underestimated how much ammo you save by having so much accuracy and the weapon range. Kind of remarkable how good Victoria and Percy can be. And then you have Isabella. Now Isabella is one of those characters that is supposed to be a melee character, but at the same time, she has of course melee accuracy. At the same time, her dodge is only 20. 20 is decent, but it's not really enough for a melee character. Range is 7, pain is 10, and ignores infection. To be honest, ignoring infections can be very good for some classes, but can be very bad for some other classes which need to trigger a wound or something to increase a skill. So, I don't know, I think Isabella is the worst clone in the game currently, just because of the fact that there's not much going for her. A melee character that cannot do really anything. And the other ones have a lot more utility. For example, Maximilian Roar. Let's compare them. No pain, no infection, right? Right. So look at him. His health will be 60, she has 50. melee accuracy 65, but gun accuracy 65. So that means he will shoot very, very accurately at anything, and his range is 8, so he can see enemies 8 tiles away. The no pain means if the enemy doesn't bypass his armor or give him a lot of wounds, there's no way to kill him. Unless they break his armor. But the downside is that he doesn't really have a lot of dodge to begin with. So I think you'll just get hit by everything. So at the same time, it's kind of like a worse variant of Percy, because Percy has more or less the same stuff, but he has that extra starting 5 to all armor. I think the developers will change this at some point, and they will nerf Percy's armor, which will be about 3. If I'm understanding the game correctly. So yeah, Maximilian Roar is great for kind of like an all-purpose character build, but for now, the pain doesn't play such a big part into the game, and also the infections are not such a big part of the game right now. Just have some antibiotics, so yeah. This is a much better class than the other ones, but it's still not better than Victoria or Percy. That bonus is not so good. Jack Kenneth. Well, the thing about Jack is that his -2 reload duration can be super good to energy guns, but at the same time, his range accuracy is only 55, so it's kind of like a weird character to play with, because he doesn't have a lot of accuracy, but he has minus reload duration, so that means he's very good to shoot big guns, but at the same time, you really don't need this class, so I think this clone will get reworked at some point, because the bigger guns have a lot of ammo capacity anyway. So he was meant to be played as the heavy weapon specialist like this one, see? Reload duration is 6, but with that will be 4, and with the vest it will be 2. So that will be amazing with that character, but I don't really see the point, because his accuracy is so low, you might as well play with other characters. Let me look where that big gun is, if I have it. Yeah, it's over here. Reload duration is 6 on this one. So definitely some of these characters are big traps, because they'll just make you die a lot more often. The benefit is kind of outweighed by the other stuff. Yes, his health is 60, but still the dodge is pretty bad as well. I don't know, it feels like you shouldn't really play some of these classes. Unless the developers balance them, which is probably the case over here. Now, Mirza, she's kind of an interesting character because her satiety drain and her melee accuracy and her overall accuracy actually makes her a very good character. I have to play with this character and see how it works more, because there are some good classes that can help you with accuracy while running. So even though she has only 65 gun accuracy, her melee accuracy is much better as well. I don't know, I was thinking of trying a throwing build, but that might be a little annoying. Just throw your stuff, pick it up again. I think melee accuracy affects throwing accuracy as well. I have to test that a lot more, but yeah, this is definitely one of the better characters in the game, because you just have to choose a class for her that gives her a bonus to accuracy while on the run, so she can shoot and attack in melee while on the run. Starting health 55 is not that good, but you can probably increase it. Yeah, so this is definitely one of the better clones in the game, definitely one of the endgame choices. It's not like you cannot play this with other clones, but her accuracy and her general stats are so much better than the other ones. So even if you, let's say, take 4 stacks of chicken or beef with you, and you think, well, that's not a problem. Well, the problem will be the weight that will drag your dodge chance down. But that's not the problem, because you'll also need it for, you'll have a lot of loot, so you'll get to that point anyway. So definitely I want to play with this character a few times, because it's the only character that actually stacks with the bonus of the running accuracy from some of the other classes. Now, Kenzie Yukio. It's a weird character because it's supposed to be a melee character, but it has dodge. I don't know, people seem to really like this class and will play around with it. Definitely one of the best in the game, but you can only get your dodge up to 50% even with the bonuses from the class, just because of the requirements of the late or end game to have a lot of gear and a lot of protection with you. Because if you get hit once, you'll still take a lot of damage, so you still have to wear the armor per se. Definitely one of the more interesting choices. I think the enemies have usually something like 70 something chance to hit you. So they'll still have a 10%, let's say 20% chance to hit you every time they attack you, but you'll not be hit by burst damage as often. So you'll only be hit once or twice, but at the same time, the health is only 50. We'll play with this clone in a bit. Maria. Or Marika. Now, one more fast slot. To be honest, I don't understand why this even exists, because it's just what the other classes do, except it's a little worse. Yeah, she probably has the best stats in the game overall, with the accuracy being very high, dodge chance 15%, range 9, and 1 more fast slot. That means she can have 4 if you put the vest on her, but I don't know, I just don't understand the point, since the other clones have so much better bonuses. And this one doesn't seem to stack with any of the other classes. I mean, the point of Marika is that you make her a grenadier class and you just throw grenades all over the place, but you cannot carry that many grenades anyway, so I think this will definitely change. For now, it's just a big trap, because you're just going to get a character that shoots very well. And you can have other characters that shoot very well and do other stuff. One more weapon slot, so this is basically like the backpack. This can be very good. I think it's a little underrated in my opinion, because having 3 guns means you can have a shotgun, a sniper rifle, and an energy gun at the same time. Or a melee weapon and a sniper and an energy gun. But I don't know, I think this is just a fun class to play with, but I don't see any point to play with it because of the very low dodge chance. And also, starting health is 60, so it's very good, but if you want to tank, I don't know. This is one of those classes that is good at everything, but not exceptional at the other stuff. So yeah, could be good for some classes, I don't know, I don't like it in particular. Now, Nico Medic, this is actually one of the classes that works a lot better than people think, and I think I'll have to play with this one at some point, because you get so many great pistols. The pistols in the game can be amazing, so 65 accuracy is good, 60 health is very good, dodge chance 10% kind of low, but we can work around it. Since pistols don't have as much weight as other weapons, you can basically kind of negate more or less a little bit of the dodge chance penalty. I'll definitely have to play with this class as well, because you can have all kinds of pistols, and I think they'll only improve over time as well. You can even have the energy pistols, which is great. And keep in mind that most of the characters will have -2 to reload. So this is definitely one of the better ones. But yeah, if I was to make a little bit of, I don't know, top 5, it will be Percy, Victoria, this guy over here. Well, where is that character that had the... Well, the Space Ghost, the Space Ninja, this is Kenzie. Okay, and Mirza as well because of the calorie minus terrain. And then the last one will be the pistol accuracy, so that's the top 5 for me. Now, as for the classes, well, this is another bit of a discussion. I think these are all the classes we can get now, so there are 6 classes. Let's go for the Scouts of Hades. Now, the Scouts of Hades are your basic class that you will really love. It's also very easy to upgrade. Remember, you have your unique perk or talent over here, and then you have your skills. Let's go over them. Minus wound chance is not so important, because at this point of the game you will be wearing heavy armor, but it will help you in the early game a lot more. Pretty good. Accuracy is amazing and will help your classes a lot more, so that's why Victoria can be very good, because if you make her a Scout of Hades, oh yeah, she will hit everything from any range. And then you have the scatter. Basically, if you fire, let's say, shotgun or even a burst from a pistol or a rifle, they'll be much more tight. So you can basically have very good ammo with very good guns and kill everything on sight. It's very good. I like how this class is made. And then you have all damage, meaning you do a lot more damage. But you do have to get hit for it to kind of rise, so I guess it's not so bad. And then you also get health, which is an interesting stat bonus. Because if you have a class with health, accuracy, and minus chance to be wounded, then that's kind of like the ideal setup in the beginning of the game. And you also have the dodge chance, but this is a skill, so it has a 40 turn cooldown. And it will be very important for classes like Victoria to survive encounters, especially the ones that are very dangerous, but you have to keep an eye on the cooldown. So that's why I like the Scouts of Hades a lot. Definitely one of the top 3 classes. Then we have the Eclipse Plates, which is kind of like your melee build, melee class. You still get the dodge chance and you get the melee accuracy. You also get the sprint effects accuracy. So as you can see, you can definitely play around a lot more with this. The only problem would be, yeah, I guess you can make a very good melee build with this one. But as you can see, it favors Kenzie and that other guy, which has the minus satiety. This melee damage eating raw human meat will activate the trigger, so eat a lot of meat and you'll get a lot of melee damage. And then you have all damage, but you have to kill an enemy in melee, which is again a little weird, because if you are in melee with someone, you probably kill that someone and then the rest is not so important anyway. But you can definitely combo it up. So this is more like a berserker build. You also have that generation, which is not so important, but definitely if you want to run around and just kill enemies with your chainsaw, be a space marine, very fun. Not top 3 though. Typhon Elite. This is a little more interesting. As you can see, some of these will be more or less the same as the other ones. You'll encounter them a lot more. So the classes don't have that many unique abilities either. As you can see, you have grenade damage, which works with that character that has a 1 extra slot, but you can basically do it on any other character. Heavy weapons. Now, it's not really very clear why you have scatter for heavy weapons and why you have scatter for CQC, because this just means they level up differently. But as you can see, you have one is much better, minus 15%, and this will be a little slower to get. So I'm not sure if this one actually influences heavy weapons, then it will just be better to play as the Scouts of Hades for a heavy weapon specialist. Not be throwing that many grenades. The turret damage is also nice, but the turrets also do a lot of damage. And in the current version of the game, they have infinite ammo. So that means this is one of the classes that doesn't make sense. And then you have melee damage over here, the use of meds. Then you have the accuracy. So this is one of the classes that doesn't make sense to me, because you're supposed to be a heavy weapon specialist, but at the same time, your bonuses are all over the place. So if you don't know what to do with it, just pick this class. But notice it doesn't have an accuracy bonus. So that might be a big trap, so I don't like it. Tunnel Rats, amazing. Everything you can want from a class. If you level up this to maximum, I think you can get 4 more items from any corpse. So that means you can loot the Demons of Venus and get 4 items, 4 eyes, 4 grenades. You can get a lot of ammunition. This is basically perfect. I don't know how to say it otherwise, but you need one of these is mandatory. One Percy Tunnel Rat to get all of your gear and then use the other clones and classes. Shotgun ammo damage. I think the skill trees need a lot more of this. Because after I was done playing with the shotgun ammo damage, it's hard to play with other classes, because other classes eat up your entire ammo supply and you basically do the same damage. I don't know. Super good, super strong. Everything that gives you resist is super strong. I prefer resist to dodge when it's possible. Stabilize all wins. Which again, you might get hit a little bit, but just stabilize all of them with this. And then you have the extra crit chance. I think it's just 100%. Even if you increase the skill, it's still 100% crit chance. So yeah, you are hitting for 50% damage with shotgun shells, which is 4 shots. You have a 100% crit chance. You destroy everything if you have this active. And this one, accuracy from cover, well, it's not so important, but if you can just stay in cover and you will have more accuracy than the enemy, which will actively help you kill enemies in cover, and I don't know, just speeds up the whole thing. So with this class, and if you max out a class like this, the Tunnel Rats, you can finish a level in 10 minutes and get as much loot as playing 2 hours. It's amazing how fast you can progress with this class. Definitely the best class in the game for its utility, damage, resistance, everything. Thanks, Brigade. Well, this is a more interesting one because you have turret health, which is not really needed. Destruction damage, which is not really needed, but I guess you can just destroy the walls in a mission. But at the same time, you can simply just uncover the surface with the eye or data miner, I don't know. Pyromaniac is probably something that people hate, but you can also wear the Carnage set. So if you don't know, there's a set that basically gives you a lot of resistance to fire, the Carnage pattern. If you have it with Percy or any other Tunnel Rat, it's amazing. But then again, we're just going to be drawn in that discussion for... You might as well make this a Tunnel Rat if you like it, because for example, you can use the shotgun with the Dragon's Breath and you'll have a lot of fire everywhere, and you don't want fire duration. Or you want 1 at least, or 1 at max, so it's kind of a weird thing. You don't want fires to be all over the map, because unless you're playing with Percy, you'll not be able to survive the fire damage. You need about 14 to 16, or let's say you need 12, but better if you have 16 fire resistance. It's a weird class, I don't understand this one. Then you have this one, chance of injury. You have a better chance of... Sorry. You have a better chance of injuring the enemy, which is great. Because if you destroy the hand of an enemy, or if he's only 1 arm, it doesn't have the same accuracy. So yeah, the classes, as you can see, are a little weirdly balanced. I think they should look around a little bit, because some of the classes have stuff all over the place. So this would be a great skill, I think, for Typhon Elite, the heavy weapons. people. And then you have this one, reload duration minus 1%. Doesn't really matter because reload was never a problem and you have other ways to fix it. Crit change at range. Crit chance at range. As you can see, this is more or less a class that is specialized on basically dismembering the enemies. Probably they're very good against fighting aliens from the aliens universe, xenomorphs, but otherwise I don't really understand their utility. They're just all over the place. And the destruction of obstacle is not that important because you also have the tunnel rat, which has accuracy from cover, which is a little better overall. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I can make this build work on anyone. It's probably going to be a very good build for heavy weapon specialists, but you could make the argument so is this one, and you also get accuracy. Because accuracy and scatter are much better than what we have of chance of injury and crit chance, in my opinion, because you're not hitting the enemy either way, so me. The Spaceborne Ghost. This is Kenzie. As you can see, it will be good for sprinting. You'll also get the armor, so you have accuracy when sprinting. I don't think this levels up. You still get a debuff from running and you cannot access your inventory, so this is more or less... It's weird to use, you'll see why. Now this one is actually very interesting because you can give him armor. You can give extra armor to a dodge class, which will make it amazing. And then you have the dodge chance, which is 50% at max. No, it's 40% at max. Then you also have the accuracy, and then you have regeneration and the throwback. But this one is a little harder to use because if you drop below 20%, you're already dead. I don't know how to say it, but this skill will not trigger a lot of times. So I think this is useless. They should rework this a little more. In its current state, it's useless. The regeneration can be interesting, but at the same time, you shouldn't really be getting hit with this class. So, I don't know. It seems a little out of place. I think the Taste of Blood should be put on Typhon Elite or the Space Brigade, Phoenix Brigade. So you can run and shoot, you have a lot of dodge, you have a lot of accuracy overall. But you need to fire the last round in the gun. So you can make this a little easier on yourself by having two guns. One gun is basically 2 ammo or 1 ammo, or depends on how you want to build it. And the other one, I guess you can take the rifle that has 2 shots in it and you can always keep it at 1, more or less, or the Heretic shotgun. That would work very nicely, so you can always activate the extra accuracy when you need it or before entering a room, but still it's very hard to use this one, so yeah. Let me see, Ted's Clan. Conquest. I guess we can do a little conquest because I don't want to be stuck here for a long time. So let's play with Kenzie Yukio. As you can see, I leveled the character already up a little bit. But we have a lot of problems with this character build because you need a lot of weapon repair kits. You may say, well, just use... Yeah, look at where we are. We're in Venus. So that means piercing damage is great. Which one do I want to do? I think I want to do this one because I don't want to get stuck too long on the mission. I'll try to do the mission faster because I don't really loot with this character. So I'm using Impactor, Carnage Pattern and another Impactor. So it's more or less decent, but as you can see I need a lot more cold resist. If I'm going to get shot by something that has cold damage, I'll die. It's very hard to stack the cold resist with these characters. I guess I can put away the Carnage Pattern. So now I have 12 core resist, 7 fire, which is decent. Piercing resist, I don't think I'll get shot that often anyway. I guess I can more or less place it like this, but... no, let's do it like this. It's very hard to make up my mind. Also, I have to farm the food with him. Now, the problem with a character like this is that what do you use? What do you even use? I should farm a few rifles from a certain faction like this one. I need to have a few rifles like this, 26 to 40 damage. Perfect rifles for this character, probably. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to make a good build with him because it's hard to have a class that is not restricted by the gear weight. This is for range. Let me see what other energy weapons we have over here. I mean, I can also give it a pistol. Look at how great the pistols are in the endgame. Not to mention the heavy energy. I actually haven't thought about this one. So what would be a good primary weapon for a character that dodges all the time? Well, an energy gun, right? Right. I think I'll use one of these, 28 to 46. I like the extra range. Actually, I think I'll stay with those ones because it's more or less the same thing. But you need a lot of repair kits and you also need a lot of food. And this is where the problems start to appear. Yeah, let's use a few. No, it's just killing, right? I don't know, actually I need these. I was not really prepared for the mission itself. I was just trying to highlight some of the things the classes can do. Yeah, let's get extra. But again, if you're doing this, you might as well take a cutting weapon, right? And if you're doing it like this, you might as well just take the bishop or the archbishops. But archbishop is not really a gun designed to kill a lot of enemies. Ah, you know what? Let's just take the bishop with us. I'm sure it will be okay. Because I'm trying to lower my overall weight, so I really have about 50% chance to dodge all hits on me. Again, they should add the weight of some of the items because it will be very important to know. Okay. It's very hard to decide on what to take in a mission like this. Also, I have to start producing food again, which is one of the biggest changes. With some classes, you don't really need any food. Oh, these don't stack. Okay. Okay. And also I have to run around a lot to have this other stuff. But wait, I need something with a lot of... Ah, well, I guess you cannot escape the heavy guns, no matter how much you want it. Because at some point you'll get into a lot of trouble, and it's just better to have the ammo with you than to simply die. Also have to eat a lot of corpses and do the thing, so I will not use the energy guns. The energy guns are good because you can do the corpse eating for the infections to heal at the auto dock, but yeah. It's hard, man. It's hard to play as the other classes when you know the other one is much better. And you don't have to worry about as many things. Plus, the flechette shells are just too good. Should I farm? Not really. Okay, let's focus on the objective. Because I want to finish this as fast as possible. I guess you can farm a little bit, just a little bit, don't worry. Oh yeah, and you also need to take the antibiotics and the splints with this character. I've been used not to take any of this stuff with me. I also need to put the Gvak here, like that. Yeah, I think our primary weapon will be this one. Are you? Yeah, as you can see, the sight range can be a little bit of a problem. Vision distance, it actually says vision distance over here, 7. Much better if it's 8 or 9. Okay, so let's eat up because I'm really afraid of getting one shot by another enemy. And also, see, the reload is not such a big problem because even though it's 6... Oh, it's only 5. Why? This should be... Am I already getting the bonus for this? It said 5. Ah, doesn't really matter, does it? I think I like the chain gun a lot more. Yeah, it's so nice not to worry about your bullet and stuff like this. Still, this doesn't break as easy as the energy gun. Okay, so the energy guns are not as good as I thought. Do some of this stuff. Is it worth keeping some of... Also run a lot since we're over here. It's kind of funny that this is just sprinting. Again, this is how you're supposed to level up this class. And yeah, you don't want to run around in the level because you might get spotted or hit by something. As you can see, that actually has a very good way of... I don't know, if you don't do a lot of stuff in the beginning of the game, the QuasiMorph meter tends to go up and down. Unless it's already at 100. When it reaches 100, it seems to go up faster. But this is weird because... yeah... accuracy is minus 15%, but this is minus 40%. So I guess it's... 7% right now, accuracy? I don't know. You're gonna look at your inventory, so that's what makes it so hard to check. So it's 45. So it's 60. So I guess we lose only 50% accuracy, so I'm not sure how that works because... yeah, you don't have a lot of numbers. And that's why the character capacity is so important sometimes, because we lost 100 food because of that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can take it to the next level. Sorry about this, this will be a little boring for a little while, but then it will get interesting again. Wow, 300, okay, let's just go. Let's go to the next level. It's going to be super boring if I just do this. Yeah, it's kind of baiting into making a lot of mistakes. This is also one of the more complex classes to level up because you need to level up the sprinting, you need to level up the immune response, which is kind of hard to do. This is not so hard, you just have to find a lot of enemies with nail guns or pistols. And then this one is also kind of hard to trigger. As you can see, I've triggered it quite a bit. But you don't want to do this in a real battle unless you control it. Oh, another Archbishop. I guess I'll have to take it. The game is showering me with these guns. Which I don't mind because the guns are great. At this point of the game, you just want stuff that one-shots the enemy. No more nonsense, because they can kill you as fast as you can kill them. Yeah, you cannot even look at what's on the ground. Okay, let's run to the next enemy. This is why I don't play like this, because it kind of begins to be super annoying at some point. Okay, let's level this up so I don't have to look at it again. But again, 45% accuracy with a gun like this that shoots 8 bullets, that means about 4 will hit. Let's say 3 will hit, which is kind of enough to kill an enemy. But still feels like a huge waste of bullets. Okay. Oh, you can die so fast if you're not careful with this running around. Wow, that's a lot. So yeah, I guess it's up to everyone's preferences, but I think this class is a little harder to level up with not many benefits. But I think it's also the safest class to play because, as you saw, armor is not as good as I thought. Especially because there's a hidden mechanic where enemies can either crit you or just destroy your limbs through armor, and you simply die. I don't think that's the way it should be working. I could have definitely done this, but yeah, I don't know, it also... the class has to be fun to play, and if you're doing this for a long time, you'll definitely get bored. I could probably put it over there, but yeah. Okay, so minus 40% and it was 45. Minus 60%. 45. Yeah, this is so weird. It doesn't make any sense. So it's 60 and it's 50. So basically you only lose 10% accuracy with this at level 3. So I assume if you level it up to max, you'll not lose any accuracy. So probably at the next level it will be 55. And then it will be 60. So you can basically run around and shoot at the same time. Slugs, yeah. Use those. Yeah. A very interesting build. It's the closest thing. That's overkill, see? I feel like I'm wasting so much ammo because these enemies don't really deserve the attention. I guess we should be switching, but let's reload this. It would be funny to use a sniper rifle this difficulty, right? Okay, let's just see where the elevator is. Well, the elevator is right over here. But I think I don't have any heretics in my inventory. Start getting some of these heretics. Okay, let's finish the mission because I've kind of seen how it is and I kind of like it. You kind of run everywhere, but once we get hit, I'll probably hate it. So it's all the way over there. Sure. So let's see if this actually works or not. 50% chance to hit sniper rifle. I guess it's not that bad. But it will definitely be kind of a big waste of time. I guess you can kill everything and then go back and loot everything. I also have to make sure the QuasiMorph meter doesn't get out of hand. Yeah, you cannot do this. If you have a lot of enemies, it will become harder and harder to do. Okay, let's do this and finish the mission. Oh yeah, piercing definitely helps with your low accuracy while running. I guess you do need to take some snack breaks. Super annoying. Yeah, it's nice to play like this, but you can see all of the limitations. So let's see how this is on full burst. Not bad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it when you don't have one-shot capability or a lot of accuracy. It's going to make it very hard to play like this. I'm also missing out on a lot of loot. That's okay, I can make other loot runs. And you'll definitely have to use food that is in the level, because how much food can you bring with you? You bring 5 stacks? Yeah, accuracy is not that good with this class, even though it says you deny the penalties. I just don't think it's enough to justify the extra costs. Actually, I want to keep some of that, but nope. I guess it's a good run and gun build, but as you can see, oh man, you can make some mistakes or you can run into the wrong type of enemies and you don't have enough accuracy to kill them. But hey, it works. It actually works as intended. As you can see, we can keep our weight kind of low, but no chance to still be below 50%. I don't know, I think this is a class specifically designed to do missions. You can do a lot of missions, you can get some really cool pistols with some really cool ammo. And I think that's the way you're supposed to use it. No heavy... all the way over there. No heavy guns like I'm using. Okay, so let's hit up and then enter the zone. Didn't even kill it, yeah. That's just fire over there, and fire will definitely kill us. Okay, let's loot some of this. Yeah, kinda fun. Yeah, I have to try and play like this with other classes. Okay, that's enough looting for one day. Mission was actually pretty easy. I don't know what's happening with the game. Maybe the game will spit on me and it's giving me a lot easier challenges than usual. Let's use that before we forget about it. Decent, it's definitely decent. Wait, what is that? Thread, oh, the thread looks kind of like a grail. Yeah, this is very boring to do because it's so hard to level up. I guess technically you only have to use it once. Let's go for the big risks. I mean, we do have to spend all of this ammo. But this is definitely a better chance because it seems to one-shot these guys really kind of regularly, I guess. That's because of the fact there are so many bullets flying at them. It's kind of insane. But very resource intensive, I'll give it that. And let's see if we can reach the next level. I mean, this is a perfect hallway to do it. Can I destroy the door? I really dislike this hallway filled with fire barrels. I think I can just pick up the gasoline from the barrels, then it will be okay. Yeah, that's so risky. As you can see, I barely killed it with 3 shots. What? I guess. Oh! I dodged all volleys. I think the problem is these guys don't have a lot of accuracy on their guns either. It's 70%. Okay, we'll just go what the gun says. It's 70% minus 50%. It's a 20% chance to hit, so that's very low. But we did manage to dodge it. 2 bursts of that. we dodged so many bullets. Come on, fire, go away. It's 80 on me. Yeah, I guess they do have 70% accuracy with their guns. That's a lot actually if you consider it. So yeah, I guess that's why it's hard to get. I mean, that's why it's easy to get killed by these enemies. They have a lot of accuracy considering they fire 3 rounds. How fast can I destroy the door? Not fast enough. Also, that's basically all over ammo. Right. Can I get another level into run? Yeah, this is super slow. Super slow to the point where it's not even worth doing anymore. Yeah, I guess the only problem with this class is the very slow level up of the run, and you also need to use much lighter equipment. That's a bug, but you can probably evacuate like this. Still buggy. Okay. So I'll have to play this class with pistols then. I mean, at some point it doesn't really matter because your max dodge will be 65%, but let's say it will be 60%. Oh yeah, it's actually pretty much worth it. So okay, I'll try to play with pistols. Energy pistols and just regular pistols with good ammo in them. Nice. I finally have a Jeff Hammer chip. Oh wow, that's actually one of the rarest things they could have given me. So as you can see, the game also has this balancing thing where it's a little bit weird, but you'll eventually get everything. So the more you unlock, the more chances you get to unlock the rare and interesting stuff as well. I like it a lot. Okay, that was a fun episode. See you next time, bye bye.